Good afternoon, everyone. It is a great pleasure to welcome you to the University of Charleston School of Pharmacy's 2024 White Coat Ceremony. This ceremony is a momentous milestone for these students as they embark on their journey of discovery, of learning, service, and advocacy. My name is Ryan Jenkins, and I am the Director of Enrollment and Admissions. In my role as director, it's my pleasure to guide prospective students through the admissions process, ensuring a successful transition into the program while promoting a welcoming and supportive atmosphere for the members of our community. Thank you to the faculty and the staff for your dedication and your mentorship. Your expertise will be invaluable to their learning. To our friends and family and the loved ones, To our friends and family and the loved ones who have gathered, thank you for your unwavering support of these students. Your presence here today is a testament to your love and to your encouragement to them. And finally, thank you to the students, the class of 2028. Congratulations on reaching this significant point in your academic career. It's been a sincere pleasure getting to know each of you, and I look forward to seeing everything that you're going to accomplish, the impact that you're going to have on your communities and beyond. So thank you again and welcome, and it is my pleasure to welcome the Provost of the University of Charleston, Dr. Dan Silber.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. I am very happy to be here with you today to share greetings and to honor this defining moment in your professional lives. It is wonderful to see all of you gathered here today, family members, guests, fellow students, our distinguished School of Pharmacy faculty, and above all, you, the future pharmacists, who will start your professional careers in just a few short years. Today is a truly significant moment in your academic journey, the White Coat Ceremony for the Doctor of Pharmacy degree program. We gather not only to celebrate this milestone, but also to publicly embrace the deep commitment enshrined in the University of Charleston's mission, which is to educate students for lives of productive work, enlightened living, and community involvement. In healthcare fields like pharmacy, this mission translates into the commitment to excellence in professional practice and to high-quality patient care with the power to touch lives in profound ways. The pharmacy program you are now beginning is going to prepare you to serve in a wide range of areas and settings, including community pharmacies, hospital, outpatient, industry, research, government, and academic settings. You'll learn from our excellent faculty and have the opportunity to undertake thousands of experiential hours at a variety of sites, as well as to add either an MBA or Master's in Strategic Leadership degree to your Doctor of Pharmacy curriculum at no extra cost. You'll benefit from interprofessional collaboration with faculty and students in UC's School of Health Sciences. We believe that all of these opportunities for enrichment will enhance your abilities and add to your value in the pharmacy profession. Make no mistake, you are undertaking a very significant challenge, and you will face moments of uncertainty. And yet, it is in those very moments that you will learn, grow, and evolve into the exceptional pharmacists that we believe you will become. As you begin this rigorous academic journey, know that you are not alone. You are part of a community of learners, of educators and practitioners who are dedicated to your success and fostering the spirit of productive work and collaboration that defines UC. Our faculty and staff are here to support you and mentor you, and your peers will become your allies and friends. Together, you'll forge bonds that will last a lifetime. The white coat you are receiving today is not merely a garment. It symbolizes your dedication to a higher purpose and represents the trust that patients will place in you as healthcare providers. With this coat will come great responsibility, a responsibility that echoes the values of compassionate care and service to patients and to the community that our university stands for. Your journey will be marked by hard work, dedication, and countless hours of study, but also by moments of deep satisfaction and the profound impact that you will have on the lives of those you serve. So congratulations, On this very significant step forward, we are excited to witness your growth and achievements as you navigate the challenges and the triumphs that lie ahead. May your white coat be a symbol of the remarkable difference that you are destined to make in the world. Thank you, and best wishes on your journey ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Jude Zilkowski, and I'm the Executive Director of Professional Affairs here at the University of Charleston School of Pharmacy. I am pleased to have the honor of introducing today's keynote speaker, Mr. David Boyer. Although around this university he needs no introduction, I will do my best to do so. Mr. Boyer is a distinguished figure of the field of pharmacy, having dedicated nearly 4 decades to advancing healthcare in West Virginia. He received his bachelor's in pharmacy from West Virginia University School of Pharmacy in 1984, and has since worked in various practice settings, including hospital, community, long-term care pharmacy, and academia. During his tenure at the University of Charleston School of Pharmacy, Mr. Boyer served as the chair of the Department of Pharmacy Practice for nearly a decade and was the program's first experiential director. His leadership and commitment to experiential education have left a lasting impact on countless students and professionals. In addition to his academic contributions, Mr. Boyer has been actively involved in several professional organizations. He's held multiple offices within West Virginia Society of Health Systems Pharmacists, including 2 terms as president, and has served on several committees within the American Society of Health Systems Pharmacists and the American Association of Colleges of Pharmacy. His outstanding contributions to the profession have been recognized with numerous awards, including WVSHP's Leadership Award in 2008, the Distinguished Educator Award in 2014, and the designation of ASHP Fellow in 2016. In 2019, Mr. Boyer received the prestigious Dr. James H. Beal Award from the West Virginia Pharmacists Association for his meritorious service in furthering the interests of the pharmacy profession in West Virginia. His dedication to improving the healthcare in the rural areas led to his involvement with the West Virginia Rural Health Association, where he served multiple terms on the board of directors and received the President's Choice Award in 2018. Currently, Mr. Boyer serves as Vice President of the West Virginia Board of Pharmacy and is an active member of the National Association of Boards of Pharmacy, where he has served several leadership positions. We are honored to welcome back Mr. David Boyer, one of the pivotal anchors in the journey of the University of Charleston School of Pharmacy. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. David Boyer.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. And welcome to the Profession of Pharmacy, Class of 2028. I say welcome to the profession of pharmacy because it is a profession as opposed to a job. According to the Cambridge Dictionary, a profession is any type of work that needs special training or a particular skill, often one that is respected because it involves a high level of education. As a pharmacist, you will be a respected member of the medical community. And as you probably know, if you don't know, the P2s and P3s will tell you that it does require a high level of education. Always remember, you are the medication experts. I first would like to thank your dean, Dr. Christy Lucas. Dr. Lucas and I go back many, many years, for inviting me to speak to you today. It is a great honor for me to be able to help set you on the path to becoming a pharmacist. This is the first of many steps and challenges you will take to become a pharmacist. I wondered after Dr. Lucas called me what I could say that might stick with you and help you overcome the challenges you face, as well as share with you the personal gratification you will receive as a member of the profession. I am sure all of you said, I want to help people. Didn't you? Didn't you say that whenever they asked you in the interview, why do you want to be a pharmacist? Didn't all of you say, I want to help people? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did, because most everybody I've ever interviewed answered that question that way. That's wonderful. But how do you best do that? I settled on 3 things that I hope will help you best take care of your patients as well as yourself during your pharmacy career. I will also at the end give you one bonus thing to remember, okay? The first thing I want you to remember is to always talk with your patients as opposed to talking to them or at them. What do I mean by that? Good communication is the key to a successful patient care. You can be the smartest pharmacist in the world, ace all of your pharmacotherapy exams in school, and graduate number 1 in your class. But if you can't communicate that knowledge to your patients, you will struggle as a pharmacist. No offense to the other faculty, Dr. Linger, or anybody else, but I feel that your communications course is the most important course you will have here at the School of Pharmacy. Don't forget that when you're tempted to blow off that class to study for your therapy exam. I know you'll be tempted to, but don't do it, because it is one of the most important classes you will have. Now, talking with your patients also means listening to what they have to say. Sometimes the answer to the problem is not another pill. It is a change to their lifestyle that will make the difference. I once had a patient when I worked at the hospital who the physician came into the pharmacy and said, I need you to call the manufacturer of this drug. And the drug was Coumadin, which is a blood thinner. Okay, so keep that in mind. And he said, this drug's not working for this patient. He said, they must have a recall. There must be something wrong with this product or something. I said, okay. So I called the manufacturer, found out that, had them pulled the lot number of the drug that this gentleman was taking, found out that there was no problem with the potency, there was no recalls on this product or anything else. So I was kind of stuck as to what we should do next. So I decided to go back and talk to the patient. So I went back, and he's laying in hospital bed, has on the hospital gown. I noticed he was, I used to say an elderly gentleman, but since I've gotten older, he was about my age. But he had very calloused hands. Okay, and his wife was sitting in a chair in the room, and she had on a very long, very plain colored dress and an apron. So it looked like a farming couple. So I sat down and I introduced myself and told him why I was there. And I said I wanted to help, wanted to go over your medicine with you and stuff like that. And I said, so what do you do for a living? And the guy said, I'm a farmer, which I kind of gathered by the hands and things like that. And I said, so what do you grow? And he said, oh, we had the best garden that we've ever had this year. And I said, really? I said, and by the way, it was about this time of year, late August, early September, when everything was they were starting to eat everything out of the garden. I said, so what did you have in your garden? And he started rattling off like tomatoes and carrots and kale and spinach and broccoli and cabbage and green beans and everything like that. And you all don't know that. And all the faculty are smiling because they know where I'm going with this. All those products, all those foods interact with Coumadin. Okay, so there was my answer. He was eating those foods for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, basically. And so the food that he was eating was interacting with the medicine. Now, I could have stayed in the pharmacy and said, well, we'll just up his dose of Coumadin and we'll overcome whatever the problem is. And we could have gotten a dose high enough that we could have overcome that interaction. But what would have happened in December when all the stuff was gone out of the garden? The drug would have been too high in his system, and he would have been back in the hospital with possibly a bleed. So that's just one example of where listening made all the difference. How do you best listen? By getting out from behind the counter, or in my case, out of the pharmacy, and asking people how they're doing. It's a very simple question. How are you doing? Okay? You have to take the time to get to know your patients. That is one of the best things about community pharmacy as opposed to hospital pharmacy or other areas. So you get to know your patients. That is the key to taking care of them. There's an old saying, and I'm sure you've heard it, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That saying is so true. Remember this, you'll be dealing with patients at some of the most vulnerable times in their lives. From the joy of finding out they're going to have a baby to the sorrow of a cancer diagnosis. You will be there for all of those events, and your patients will need you most of those times. The second thing I want you to remember, okay, so that's the first thing, is communication. Second thing is to always be an advocate. This may mean you're an advocate for your patients, your profession, or even for yourself. I'll let you in on a little secret. Healthcare is a mess, okay? And patients usually don't know how to navigate that mess. You need to be their advocate and assist them through the maze of challenges they face in getting their medications. Communications is important in that area also. Sometimes patients, especially in West Virginia, patients are hesitant to share why they aren't taking their medication as they should. Sometimes it is cost. Sometimes they don't see the need to take it as directed. Sometimes a blood pressure pill will make a patient feel worse than they did before they started taking it, so they'll quit. And sometimes it is the beginning of dementia and they just can't remember to take their medication. You have to be the one to work through the situation with the patient and determine the best path to take moving forward. That can mean advocating with the doctor to change their medication. I once had a patient who came to my pharmacy with a large bandage, his head all wrapped up, large bandage around his head. He had just had surgery on his ear. He had a prescription for one of the brand new antibiotics out, and his copay was $50. Okay, when I told him the price, he said, "I don't need that," and started to walk away. I told him to wait a minute and then call the doctor. After talking to the doctor and making a suggestion, we were able to switch him to another antibiotic that cost him around $5, which he took, went home, and hopefully was fine. One tip that I'll leave with you. Never call a physician in a situation like this and ask them what they want to do, because you won't get the answer you want, okay? Call them with a solution. I had the antibiotic in mind, and I told him this should work. He said okay, and that makes things go much smoother. If you suggest something rather than allowing the physician to make the choice, things go much better. After all, what did I say before? We are what? The medication experts, that's right. So make sure that you provide the expertise that they need. Being an advocate can also extend to the profession. As I said, healthcare is a mess, and advocates are needed to help fix it. Pharmacists, by nature, are natural leaders. You need to find out how you can best help the profession move forward. In my case, as well as in Dr. Lucas's case, we served as officers in the Society for Health System Pharmacists. To me, that led to serving on the West Virginia Board of Pharmacy. You may take a different path. You can start today here at the School of Pharmacy. I understand from talking to Dr. Lucas that this is a small class. That's an advantage. The author Margaret Mead once said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." You can be that group of thoughtful, committed citizens that can change the world, or at least the profession of pharmacy. Finally, be an advocate for yourself and your coworkers. Never let the pressures of the job, and there will be pressures from the job, infringe upon your morals, your values, or your professional judgment. As you may know, as Dr. Zolkowski said, I was the chair of the Department of Pharmacy Practice here at the school. And he listed off many more things than I wanted you to know about me. So, but I've received a lot of accolades over the years. But one of the most gratifying things anyone has ever said about me is when these people right here said they always felt I had their backs. That really meant a lot. And I did that because I needed to be their voice with administration. You will need to do that also. You will be placed in leadership positions throughout your career, and you always need to think about your coworkers and have their backs. The third thing to remember is to always make time for yourself and those around you. You are entering a very hectic time in your life, and it is easy to get overwhelmed. Make sure not to fall into the trap of the expectation of perfection. Okay? And I have some faculty members over here who fell into that trap before. Okay? You are all high achievers, or you wouldn't be here today. Okay? As I used to tell my advisees, the bell curve for all of you has shifted. And you may wind up on the wrong side of that bell curve at some point in your pharmacy career. That's okay. As long as you pass the course, it'll be okay. Take time to enjoy life along the way. You'll be better off in the long run. Also, watch out for your classmates. As I said, you're a small class. You will get to know each other very, very well. Watch out for each other. You're making friends here today and over the next 4 years that will last a lifetime. I saw a Facebook post the other day from 3 members that showed 3 members of our class of 2010. Another member of that class who lives out in the Midwest replied and said how much she missed everyone. That was after 15 years, and she still felt that way. I also have current friends that I made in pharmacy school. I recently celebrated my 40th class reunion and got to catch up with those old friends. We all need to watch out for one another. As I said, pharmacy school is hectic, and that means for everybody. Keep an eye on each other and make sure everyone is handling life as well as they can. It is normal to get down after a particularly rough exam. P2s and P3s, will you give me an amen for that? But talk it over after the exam and make sure everybody's okay. If you think somebody's not handling it okay, please reach out to a faculty member and let them know. We have resources that can help people cope. Unfortunately, we've had our share of tragedy here at the school over the years, and I don't want to see that happen again. That's why I felt it was important enough to bring up in this talk. Make sure you take advantage of those resources if necessary. I will say that our faculty is the most caring group of people when it comes to our students. You might think they're tough. P2s and P3s, give me an amen again. They are. They will hold you accountable and make you the best pharmacist you can be. But they are also the most caring group of people I think I've ever been around. And I can say that because I had a hand in hiring most all of them. So reach out to them if you or someone else around you needs help. Well, I guess I've spoken enough. I am sure you all are anxious to get your white coats, and I assume the P2s and P3s are also anxious to get the weekend started. Right? I am the only thing standing in your way, so I'll wrap it up with the bonus thing I told you earlier to remember. I'm sure you're thinking, what is it? What else is so important, so vital to my pharmacy career that he waited to the end to tell me? And looking at the front row, you're going to thank me for this. Buy comfortable shoes. See these? I see these high heels over here. These aren't going to work in pharmacy, okay? You will be on your feet a lot. Once again, thank you for your time. Thank you for allowing me to speak to you today. Congratulations and best of luck with pharmacy school.
I'd like to welcome on stage Dr. Lindsay Acree, Executive Director of Experiential Education. Dr. Acree will be presenting white coats to the class of 2028. Class of 2028, when directed, please stand and head to the steps on the stage. When your name is called, proceed on stage for Dr. Acree to place your white coat on you. You will take a picture with Dr. Acree, and then you will take a picture with Dr. Acree and the Dean. After, you return along the back wall and return to your seats. Class of 2028, please proceed to the stage. Brooklyn Board. Brooklyn Brown. Amy Deng. Liliana Gavillan. George Habib. Casey Hambrick. Allie Kincaid. Amy Lewis. Michael Navarro. Arsham Borsadig. Nicholas Salgado. Caitlin Schwartz. Kayla Tennant. Join me one last time in welcoming our class of 2028. I would now like to welcome to the stage students from our class of 2025 who will lead the class in the Pledge of Professionalism. I invite all student pharmacists to please stand and join in reading the pledge. The pledge can be found on the back page of your student handbook, or the pamphlet.
As a student of pharmacy, I believe there is a need to build and reinforce professional identity founded on integrity, ethical behavior, and honor. This development, a vital process in my education, will help ensure that I am true to the professional relationships established between myself and society as I become a member of the pharmacy community. Integrity will be an essential part of my everyday life. I will pursue all academic and professional endeavors, honesty and commitment to service. To accomplish this goal of professional development, as a student of pharmacy, I will develop sensibility to community, contribute to the well-being of others, necessity, responsibility, and accountability for membership. Foster professional competency throughout my learning. I will strive for high ideals, teamwork, and unity with profession in order to provide optimal patient care. Support my colleagues by actively encouraging personal commitment to the code of pharmacists and the code of ethics for pharmacists as the code of profession. Dedicate my life and practice to excellence. This will require an ongoing assessment of personal and professional values. Maintaining the highest ideals and professional attributes to ensure and facilitate the governmental relationship required for pharmaceutical care. The profession of pharmacy is one of the adherence to certain rigid ethical standards. These high ideals are necessary to ensure the quality of care presented to the patients I serve. As a student of pharmacy, my belief is not start graduation. Rather, it begins with my membership in the professional college community. Therefore, I will strive to uphold these standards as I advance toward full membership in professional pharmacy. As a class, we voluntarily make this pledge of professionalism.
And lastly, I'd like to introduce our Dean of the School of Pharmacy, Dr. Christy Lucas, for closing remarks.
Good afternoon, student pharmacists, white coat donors, faculty and staff, proud families and loved ones, and most importantly, the class of 2028. We're honored to celebrate your entry into our beloved profession at your white coat ceremony. This marks the beginning of your journey that will shape your professional careers as well as your personal growth. The white coat you received embodies values of compassion, integrity, and an enduring commitment to improve the health of each person that you will serve. As Mr. Boyer indicated, pharmacy is not merely a science or a job, it's so much more. Being a pharmacist is about bridging the gap between knowledge and empathy, between molecules and human lives. Each discovery, each recommendation you make, each prescription you fill, each patient you counsel, and each interaction that you have will be an opportunity to make an incredible impact. The white coat you wear is a reminder that you're entering a profession that has immense responsibility. The responsibility to be a guardian of health, and a trusted advisor, and often a beacon of hope for those most in need. But as you step into this noble role, you also inherit the challenges that our society faces. For example, the opioid crisis that ravages our communities and homes across our nation, and especially the communities that we serve. I'm proud to acknowledge the outstanding efforts of our students, our faculty and staff towards helping address this crisis. And each of you have been trained in how to save a life. And you'll find in your white coat pocket important tools to do this as you progress in your career. As you don your white coat, remember the significance of this day. Not only are you taking the first steps towards your fulfilling career, but you're also inheriting that responsibility to create a positive impact on the lives of those that you serve. Let this commitment inspire you to strive for excellence, to seek opportunities to make a difference, and to be the agents of change in a world that most needs it. Also, in your white coat pockets, you'll find a note. This message is from the donor who generously provided your white coat so that you can realize the incredible support system that you already have in place, placing confidence in your success. So think about this as you're feeling stressed or thinking about the next day's exam. We believe in you. You already have our support. Just let us know what we can do, and we're here to help you. The profession of pharmacy is rich with those who pay it forward and who strive to improve the future of our profession. And it's because of those generous donors that we can celebrate this occasion and provide each student with their starter kit for the profession of pharmacy, including the white coats, your scrubs, which is new this year, your blood pressure kit, stethoscopes, and so much more. Let's acknowledge the donors who we are so truly grateful for donating to your white coat campaign to afford you this starter kit for pharmacy. So let's acknowledge our donors with a round of applause. The class of 2028, as you step into your roles as student pharmacists, embrace the opportunities that lie ahead. Remember that your white coat is a canvas upon which you can paint stories of healing, compassion, and change. It's a symbol of your commitment to lifelong learning, to advocating for your patients, and to driving innovation in healthcare. With your knowledge and skills and the values instilled in you with your pharmacy education here at UCSOP, you have the power to reshape lives, to inspire hope, and to be the positivity in our world. Embody the values of professionalism, empathy, and continuous improvement. Let your white coats remind you of the trust that your patients placed in you. And may your journey be filled with purpose, growth, and the satisfaction of leading the way and making a difference in the lives of your patients as well as your communities. Congratulations, and thank you to everyone for joining us in celebration today. I would ask that everyone would remain seated until the class of 2028 and the stage party and our faculty and staff have exited. Our faculty and staff and our class of 2028 will make their way to the rotunda, where we'll get a few quick pictures on the stairwell there at the rotunda. And we invite all of our family, friends, loved ones to our boathouse. So if you make your way to the front lawn, it's a beautiful scenic place to take lots of great photos today, so take advantage of that. So if you would join us at the boathouse, the class of 2028, our faculty and staff will get some quick pictures, and then we'll be over to join you. We have our annual Welcome Back picnic that is hosted by the Student National Pharmacists Association. Begins right after this event, and we look forward to seeing you there and celebrating the class of 2028 together. And I hope everyone enjoys your evening and your weekend, so let's go celebrate. Thank you all.